welcome. We are Inspiring Women on a Mission. I am Nancy, and this is my
I'm
dear
Kellie.
friend Kelly. And today's topic is about motherhood. And Kelly is going to take over on that because Kelly has two-legged children. I have four-legged children, so she's the best. She's the best qualified to talk about. I'm going to ask her the odd question, but anyhow.
Okay. So I'd like to talk about motherhood today because, as you know, we just celebrated Mother's Day this past Sunday. And it's always I guess a day of reflection a little bit for me as a mom. I have two boys of my own and I have three stepsons. And I have to say I've got we've got a couple of grandchildren on the way now. I've got two granddaughters with one of Blake's boys, Trevor. And we've got two more coming this summer. And so I was thinking about what it was like when you first have your children. I don't think there's anything in life that really prepares you for motherhood. It's like you just jump in, right off the deep end into
Both feet in
in the deep end, and you swim. There's books, there's all kinds of things, your mom or your other friends can help you out, but until you experience it firsthand, there's like really no way.
No preparation. There's no real preparation. There's no class to take.
There's no class to take. I mean, there are lots of self-help.
There should be courses. There are people I've met.
But it's definitely on the job training. Definitely on the job training. So. One of them said the other day, "This is my favorite age." And I thought, you know what? I used to say that all the time. I used to look at them when they were like little and you're just, you're kissing their little toes and stuff and go, "Oh, I just love this age, this 3 months age, this 6 months age, this 1 year, this 2 year." On up and through when they're running around and they can dress themselves and they can, argue a bit with you and stuff like that. That was always my favorite age. And now my boys are all, they're all in their 20s and 30s. So
and they eat a lot, by the way. It's crazy how much food can be consumed in this house.
Yeah, when we had all 5 of them at home, it was...
Can you imagine? 5 boys and a husband. That's 6 men, basically,
yeah,
going towards manhood appetites.
It was an adventure at the grocery store, to say the least. I would get one cart, fill it up, put it off to the side, and then go back for the second cart and fill that up. And I remember people saying, "Oh, you must be having a big party." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? This is like a week's worth of groceries." I got 5 boys at home, and they bring their friends, and their friends eat too. So our grocery bill was quite astronomical.
Insane, crazy.
Which is probably why we didn't take a lot of vacations when they were growing up.
It's food. Food's
yeah.
more important.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 4 gallons of milk, massive amounts of bread, cereal, you name it, things like that. So, but anyway, there's a lot of surprises with motherhood. There are, Matthew, my oldest, had 2 emergency surgeries, one at 3 weeks, one at 5 months, where he almost died.
Scary.
So that was very scary, and that doesn't, you're not ever really prepared for that. Sean has been through cancer at 16.
Crazy. Kellie and I were already friends, and insane. I can't imagine what you went through with Matthew because I didn't know you then, but...
So, well, it's that helpless feeling when you have a child that's sick, and for a while I kept bringing Matthew back to the hospital, and one doctor told me I was a nervous mother. He ended up having an incarcerated hernia and nearly died, and it was this young doctor that still had braces on his teeth that discovered what it was. I also called him Dookie Hauser, but he was a young guy just out of Duke University Medical School. And he said, "You need to get him to the hospital right away. This is what he needs." And we ended up getting the chief of pediatric surgery in. She was wonderful, and she told me that it could happen again on the other side, and it did. But then I knew exactly what it was, and
knew what the symptoms were.
Knew what the symptoms were, so I felt much more prepared the second time. And then with Sean, I've always, I guess, talked to my boys about their bodies and I've always been open and honest with them about life in general and how things, work. And he came to me and said he had found a lump. And I said, "Well, where is it?" And he said, "Well, it's kind of embarrassing, Mom." And I said, "Well, is it, he goes, it's, down here. And I'm like, okay. I said, is it in your testicle? He goes, yes. So the first doctor I took him to basically kind of poo-pooed it. Went and got a second opinion, got an ultrasound, found out that it was cancerous, did the blood work and stuff like that. And within a week, or even less than a week, he was in surgery.
Amazing, incredible.
Yeah.
Medical treatment.
Healed really, really quickly. This is the 5-year cancer-free mark. It's actually, I think, 5 years ago this week that he had surgery.
Wow. Crazy.
So, yeah. So.
Crazy how fast time flies by.
I know, it's amazing. So the first thing Shawn did after kind of coming through and knowing that he was kind of on this journey was he decided he was going to do a cancer fundraiser. So I was so proud that he just wanted to do this on his own. So they did a OHA Fights for a Cure. This is the school that he goes to, and he and one of the other female players that played on in the hockey program put on this huge fundraiser, and they raised over $5,000.
Incredible.
So
wow.
as a mom, to know that you've raised your children to the point where they want to give something back. Children are individuals. They all will do things on their own time frame.
On their own schedule.
Yeah.
So just curious for any mothers out there, or thinking they want to be mothers, or any winding up words of wisdom or Mother's Day, post Mother's Day.
Okay,
words of advice.
Call your mother. Send a card or flowers, and you know what? The greatest thing for me is just when I get that phone call and the boys always say, I love you. That's the greatest gift that you can give your mom. So if you still have your mom here, I'm blessed to still have my mother here. I think acknowledging your mom for all of the sacrifice. I mean, it can sometimes be a really thankless job.
Absolutely.
But I feel very blessed to have all of my boys, my stepsons, as well as my biological sons, as well as just having all of them in my life. So, but yeah, just happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. I know how hard this job is, so just know that you're loved and appreciated.
Happy Mother's Day to my mother-in-law. My mom isn't with us, and we are Inspiring Women on a Mission. This is Kellie, my dear friend, and I am Nancy, and thanks for listening.